What's new in CloudBees CI 2.462.2.2? On September 4th, 2024, CloudBees CI 2.462.2.2 was released. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the changes that occurred in that release. Also on September 4th, Jenkins LTS 2.462.2 was released. On September 9th, I did a video with Mark Waite discussing the changes in that release. If you're interested in seeing that video, the link to that video is down in the description. So if you've never taken a look at the release notes for CloudBees CI before, let me show you how to get there. We're going to start at docs.cloudbees.com. Under documentation, we're going to go to CloudBees CI, and then under the documentation dropdown, we're going to select release notes. And here we're on the homepage for all of the release notes for CloudBees CI. Now, before we get started, let's go ahead and take a look at this important block. If you skip versions when you upgrade, refer to previous versions of the release notes for any known issues or upgrade notes. Well, what does that mean? Again, the version that we're going to be taking a look at is 2.462.2.2. Let's assume for a moment that I'm running 2.452.4.1. I would need to take a look at the release notes for 1.3 and also 2.2 before doing the upgrade to make sure that I have all the known issues and upgrade notes covered before I do my upgrade. As a CloudBees CI client, we recommend an assisted update to help make the update process easier. There is a link down in the description about how to get help with an assisted update. So first off, we're going to be taking a look at the updates for CloudBees CI for traditional platforms, and then we'll take a look at the specific items for modern cloud platforms. Now, before we even get into traditional notes, what we'll see here is a big red box saying there was a switch for the CloudBees container images to distroless distribution of UBI. What does that mean? In previous versions for both traditional and modern cloud platform container images, it was using a heavier version of the UBI image from Red Hat. For this version, we've now gone to using a distroless version of the Red Hat UBI, primarily to reduce the attack surface of the container images. Now, if you're building your own image based off of the previous images and you were expecting to be able to use tools, well, the distroless image no longer contains zip tools like Which and VI. They're just not available. So if you need those tools, you'll need to create an image based off our image, and then you can go ahead and add in whatever you want. Much as like what we see here, we can go ahead and do an install of whatever my extra package would be, and then you would have your own image that you would be able to run. Now let's go ahead and click into full release notes for traditional platforms. At the top, we see upgrade notes. Now there has been a plugin, if you've been using configuration as code, there's a plugin that's been removed from CAP, and that plugin is the CloudBees Cask API plugin. Again, it's been deprecated. If it's defined in your plugin's YAML file, you'll need to remove it. For this release, there were no new features. We've already spoken about the feature enhancements with the new distroless UBI image. There were also CloudBees Pipeline Explorer enhancements. There were new preference to display time, new preference to configure the number of context badges, and also step badges displayed on search display in tree view. There were also a number of HA or high availability feature enhancements that were applied to this release. Let's go ahead and scroll down to resolved. One of the most requested features has been to make the pipeline stage view compatible with HA. With this release, that is now possible. There were also a number of items resolved for the CloudBees Pipeline Explorer and also a number of fixes for high availability. Now let's go over and take a look at our release notes for modern cloud platform. All of the notes are pretty much the same, but I want to call out one item, and it's under the resolved section. So we'll go down to resolved, and at the very top, we're going to see incorrect storage class name on the controller provisioning screen. So when you're changing the value of the storage class name using Cask bundles, the incorrect value is shown on the controller provisioning screen. So from this point forward, what you're going to need to do is when you use Cask to provision controllers, every controller item in the bundle may need to be updated by specifying the storage class name for each cluster endpoint and Kubernetes objects. The example is shown right here on the screen. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach out to us on X @CloudBees. If this video was helpful to you, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to CloudBees TV yet, why not? Take a moment, click on that subscribe button, and then ring that bell, and you'll be notified anytime there's new content available on CloudBees TV. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.